Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to 1908, and we've got the Red Sox, the Highlanders here for you again, Boston and New York, and the rivalry continues. We're going to start this one off with Doc Gessler for the Red Sox. He rolls a 55 for an 8 against Rube Manning, who has a B. That ends up being a little ground ball over to shortstop. Neil Ball has it, throws to first for the out, one away, and it's Bob Unglaub now. Bob up there rolls a 53 for a 20. That's changed to 19 because of the automatic error system. That's going to be an error on Conroy, the third baseman. Allows Unglaub to go to first base. And so Boston with a runner here in the top of the first with Andy McConnell up there. Unglaub is slow. McConnell rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out 2 away. And that'll bring up Heine Wagner. Wagner hitting 320. And he rolls a 26 for a 27. That's a little ground ball over to third base. Conroy makes the play this time, throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's Charlie Hemphill for the Highlanders. He rolls a 45 for a 14. That'll be a walk. First walk given up by Cy Morgan. He's given up 10 so far this season, despite that W. And here's Willie Keeler. Rolls a 15 for an 11. That's a single, sending Hemphill to third rather. Keeler then will steal second with Jake Stahl up there. So one hit for the Highlanders. They have the first hit of the ball game, and they are threatening. The roll for Stahl is a 21 for a 30. That's a fly ball to shallow left. Kravath has it, and the runners hold. One out. Here's Neil Ball. And Ball rolls a 32 for a 26. The infield, of course, playing back. That's going to be a ground ball over to the second baseman, McConnell, who has the throws to first for the out. 1 run scores. And here's Harry Niles with Willie Keeler on a third. And Niles rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out. So we go to the top of the second, and it is a 1-0 game for the Highlanders. Here is Denny Sullivan, and the roll is a 13 for a 40. Changed to 36. That'll be a ball. Next roll is a 22 for an 8, and that's going to be a ground ball over to shortstop. Ball has it for the play and throws over to first for the putout, 1 away. Here's Gavy Kravath, who rolls a 24 for a 13, and that's a strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Rube Manning, 11th of the season. Here is Harry Lord. Rolls an 11 for a 0, and his next roll is going to be a 42 for a 6. That's going to be a double to right center field. That'll bring up Lou Krieger with a chance to score a run here for the Red Sox. Only one hit for both teams in this game. 1-0 Highlanders is the score. Krieger rolls a 46 for a 29. It's a ground ball over to Chase. Hal Chase makes the play, flips over to Manning covering at the base, and we go to the bottom of the second, and it is Hal Chase up there to hit. He rolls a 65 for a 35. And the little E roll is going to be a 51 out of range, and so that's going to be a little pop-up over to the third baseman, Lord, for the first out. Red Kleinow up there now. Rolls a 13 for a 38. Changed to 36. It's just going to be a ball. Next roll is a 23 for a 30. That's a fly ball to left field. Kravath has it for the out, 2 away, and that will bring up Whit Conroy. Conroy rolls a 64 for a 27, and that's going to be a ground ball over to third base. Lord has it. Throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the third, and it's Cy Morgan up there. Cy rolls a 32. Don't know how well you can see that one, but 32 for a 26. That's a ground ball over to second base. Niles has it and throws to first for the out, 1 away. Doc Gessler now rolls a 52 for a 27, and that is a ground ball over to Conroy, and he makes the play again this time. Throws to first for the out, 2 away. It's Bob Unglaub. Rolls a 12 for a 25, and here's that little E roll. It's a 63 out of the range. That's going to be a ground ball again over to second base. Niles has it, throws to first for the out. We're going to go here to the bottom of the third inning, and it's Rube Manning up there. Manning rolls a 12 for a 24. It's a ground ball over to Wagner. Heine Wagner has it, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Charlie Hemphill rolls a 45 for a 14, and he will take his base on the walk. That'll bring up Willie Keeler with a runner on at first base. Still only 2 hits in this ball game. Keeler rolls a 65 for a 35, but that W gets to Morgan. Keeler ends up walking, and here's Jake Stahl, runners on at first and second. And he rolls a 21 for a 30. That's a fly ball over to shallow left field. Kravath has it for the out, 2 away, and it's Neil Ball now. He rolls a 23 for a 32, and that's a fly ball over to right field, and Gessler has it for the out. We go to the top of the fourth. Again, a quiet ball game. It's Andy McConnell now. Rolls a 61 for a 42, and he's hit by the pitch and takes his base. And he's on at first with Heine Wagner up there. Will hit and run. And the roll is a 55 for an 8, and that's going to be a single against Manning. The C sends McConnell to third, and Wagner stops at first. Denny Sullivan now, and we're going to just have him swing away, and he rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out, 1 away. Gavy Kravath now, runner still on first and third. He rolls a 23 for a 32. It's a fly ball over to Willie Keeler in right field, but it's too shallow to score any runs. 2 outs now, and here is Harry Lord. Here you go. He rolls an 11 for a 0. His next roll is a 41 for an 8, and that's a single, which will score the tying run, send Wagner all the way over to third base. That'll bring up Lou Krieger now. 1-1 ball game, top of the fourth, and Krieger rolls a 16 for a 26. It's a little ground ball over to Niles. The second, he makes the play over to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Harry Niles up there now. Rolls a 21 for a 30. Fly ball over to left field. Kravitz is there for the out. One away. Hal Chase rolls a 61 for a 41, and that's going to be a ground ball over to Wagner. A shortstop makes the play and throws to first for the out. 2 away, and it's Red Kleinow. He rolls a 21 for a 30. It's a fly ball over to left field, and it's going to be the left fielder, where are we? Kravitz, rather, who makes the play for the out. We go to the top of the fifth, still tied at 1. Cy Morgan, the pitcher up there, rolls a 26 for a 27. That's a ground ball over to third base. It is Conroy makes the play, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Doc Gessler now rolls a 16 for a 26. That's a ground ball over to Niles. Makes the play at second base, throws to first for the out, 2 away. Bob Unglaub rolls a 34 for a 44. It's a little pop-up over to Hemphill in center field, and he has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the fifth, and it's Whit Conroy, who rolls a 21 for a 30. It's a fly ball over to left field. Kravitz has it for the out, 1 away. Rube Manning now rolls a 15 for a 9. That's going to be a single against Morgan, and that'll be hit number 2 for New York. Charlie Hemphill up there now with a runner on at first base, and he rolls a 43 for a 29. It's a comebacker over to Morgan, who goes over to Wagner at short for the force out. 2 away, and here's Wee Willie Keeler. We probably should have bunted there. Keeler rolls a 46 for a 29. It's another comebacker over to Morgan, who goes to first for the out. We go to the top of the sixth, and it's Amby McConnell up there. McConnell rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker over to Rube Manning, throws to first for the out, 1 away, and it's Heinie Wagner. Rolls a 46 for a 29. Another comebacker to Manning, 2 away. Denny Sullivan up there now. He rolls a 35 for a 22, and that's going to be hit over to Manning, and he boots it this time, and Sullivan reaches first. Second error on New York, and that'll bring up Gavy Kravitz. Rolls a 41 for a 28. That's a ground ball over to the shortstop Ball, who has it, throws to first for the out. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. This is a fast-moving game. Jake Stahl up there rolls a 25 for a 10, and there's a single, and that'll bring up Neil Ball. And now we probably are going to start bunting. Bottom of the sixth inning, I think it's about time. And the rolls a 52 for a 27. That means there are 2 strikes on Ball as he misses 2 attempts to bunt. Try it again, and then, of course, he rolls an 11 and then a 16. So the 11 turns into a bunt for a base hit for Ball. That'll put runners on at first and second here for the Highlanders with nobody out. That'll bring up Harry Niles. And with this kind of game, I do think we're going to bunt anyway. And he rolls, of course, a 55 for a 9. So it's a good bunt over to the left side. Lord has it and throws over to McConnell, covering at first for the out, but the runners move up. That'll bring up Hal Chase now with a chance to do something with the runners on. Infield will come in. And Chase rolls a 13 for a 37, changed to a 40. That's going to be a little ground ball over to the second baseman, McConnell, who throws home. And that will score the runner. Yes. So what happened in this play is the throw went home from McConnell and was not quite. It was in time, but the catcher Krieger was bowled over by the runner, and that allowed Ball to reach second and Chase, or to reach third and Chase to reach second. So a real unusual play there has given the Highlanders the 2-1 lead. And here comes Red Kleinow. We're going to keep that infield in. 1 out still only, and here is Kleinow with runners on at second and third. We're not going to bunt with him because Ball is so slow, and the roll is a 63 for a 30. That's just a little fly ball over to Kravitz in left field for the second out. Wood Conroy now, and there are 2 outs, and he rolls a 45 for a 14 and walks. And so Morgan's wildness is starting to catch up with him. Here's Rube Manning. Bases loaded. He rolls a 16 for a 26. That's a ground ball over to McConnell, who flips over to Wagner for the force out at second base. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and it's Harry Lord up there. Lord rolls a 65 for a 35. There's a pop-up over to Conroy at the left side for the first out. And here's Lou Krieger, 1 out, top of the 7th, 2-1 Highlanders. Krieger rolls a 23 for a 30, and it's another fly ball, over to Stahl in left field for the second out. And here is Cy Morgan. Morgan rolls a 42 for a 13 and strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and this will be Charlie Hemphill for New York. And Hemphill rolls a 15 for an 11. That's a base hit and then a stolen base. That'll bring up Wee Willie Keeler, and we're going to swing away, I think, with Wee Willie. And he rolls a 55 for an 8. That's a comeback over to Morgan, who throws to first for the out. Hemphill moves over to third. I'll bring up Jake Stahl. The infield comes in again. And the roll's a 41 for a 28. And there's a little ground ball over to the shortstop, Wagner. Goes over home to Krieger for the out, and they get the tag at the plate. Stahl reaches first. 2 outs now, and Neil Ball up there. rolls a 51 for a 9 and gets a base hit into the infield, and that brings up Harry Niles now. 6th hit of the game for the Highlanders. And Niles rolls a 62 for a 12, and that's going to be a walk because of that W. And that means Hal Chase is coming up now with the bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th with a 1-run lead. And we're going to have to roll that one again. That one got a little bit caught. And that's a 53 for an 18. That's changed to a 19. That's going to be an error on the third baseman. Lord allows 2 runs to score, and everybody advances 2 bases. It's 4-1 now, New York. And here's Red Kleinow. Kleinow rolls an 11 for a 7, and that'll be a base hit, and will score 2. Kleinow makes it to second base in the throw home. 6-1 New York now. Wood Conroy rolls a 33 for a 7, and that is going to be it for Morgan, as Conroy also able to reach base. And so who are we going to put in? We're going to put in Ralph Glaze. I haven't used a lot of different pitchers here for the Red Sox. Glaze has thrown an inning. Rube Manning up there now with Wood Conroy on 2 outs, so he's not bunting. And he rolls a 21 for a 30. That's a fly ball over to Sullivan in center field. We go to the top of the 8th, 7-1 now Highlanders. And here's Doc Gessler. Gessler rolls a 64 for a 40. Changed to 39. That'll be a strike. Next rolls a 14 for a 43. And the Little E rolls a 64 out of range as the fly ball over to left field. Stahl has it for the out, 1 away. Bob Unglaub now rolls a 64 for a 13. He'll strike out, 2 away. And here's Amby McConnell. Rolls a 15 for an 11. That's a single, then a stolen base. Only hit number 4 for Boston this game, and here comes Heine Wagner. Wagner rolls a 56 for a 32. That's a fly ball over to right field, and Keeler has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Charlie Hemphill for New York. Charlie rolls a 43 for a 29. Come back over to Ralph Glaze. Throws to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Wheelie Keeler. Rolls a 62 for a 12, and that'll be a single. It's because Glaze has less than a 5. He has that 4 rating. So Keeler reaches first with a single. That'll bring up Jake Stahl. He rolls a 14 for 43. That's a fly ball over to left field. Kravitz has it for the out, 2 away. Neil Ball now, and he rolls a 33 for an A. That'll be a single to left center field, sending Keeler all the way to third base. Runners on at first and third now for Harry Niles. Ooh, and he rolls a 66 for a 0. I had a double take on that one. And then a 32 for a 6. There's a chance at a home run. First roll is a 16. There's a big chance at a home run here. Second roll is a 52, and that will be a home run for Harry Niles. 3-run homer makes this a 10-1 game. What was a close game has now become a laughter. And here's Hal Chase, who rolls a 56 for a 34. And Little E rolls a 54 out of the range. That's a pop-up over to the shortstop. It's Heine Wagner who has it for the out. We go to the top of the 9th inning, 10-1. A game that was close is now anything but. Denny Sullivan up there rolls a 65 for a 35. And the Little E rolls a 55 out of range. That's a pop-up over to third base. Third baseman, where are you? Conroy has it for the first out. Here's Gavy Kravitz. He rolls a 36 for 33. And his Little E rolls a 44 again out of the range. There'll be a pop-up over to second base. Niles has it for the out, 2 away. And it's Harry Lord. Rolls a 61 for 32. That's a fly ball over to right field. Keeler has it for the out. There's your ball game. 10-1, the Highlanders winning, and that will only make it more congested here in the American League. And that was definitely a classic, I'll tell you what. That was a new form of, or a really old form of the new Boston Massacre. 10-1, Highlanders with the win. I'll talk